Hello folks, welcome back to the show. So today, another one of my Gonzo Monday specials. We're going to talk about tropical fragrances today. Before we do that, don't forget that if you want to buy fragrance samples in the USA, Canada and Puerto Rico, please go to myfragrancesamples.com. That's my recommended place to get your fragrance samples there. Amazing range of niche and designer fragrances. You can really trust these guys. There's a link in the description of this video. Check them out. Okay, so we're going to talk about tropical fragrances today, and the first one on the agenda for you guys is Fico di Amalfi from Acqua di Parma. So by tropical, I'm talking fresh fragrances, but not just any old citrusy fresh fragrance, but something with a little bit of a tropical aura, maybe some succulent fruity notes or exotic flowers, that kind of thing, okay? Don't ask me really how I'm define tropical smelling fragrances. I'm making this up as I go along. Fico di Amalfi definitely fits the bill for me, okay? So note listing for this one: grapefruit, bergamot, citron, lemon, fig nectar, jasmine, pink pepper, fig tree, cedar and benzoin. Don't ask me the difference between fig tree and fig nectar in terms of smell. I haven't got a clue, but I know what figs smell like, and it's beautiful. The way they've combined this sort of slightly sweet, puddingy fig accord with juicy, fresh, succulent citrus notes, for which Acqua di Parma is famed, is really brilliantly done. It's very linear. It starts one way and it kind of smells the same. There is this just beautiful, unlike other Acqua di Parma Colognes style fragrances, bit different here with the blue Mediterranean range where they tend to do something a bit different. Really, really nice. Great performance for me, and a real summer holiday in a bottle type vibe. Next up, Guerlain's Terracotta. Terracotta from Guerlain. I found this online, by the way, for 100ml, £55 at the moment on Notino, which is a great price. The Acqua di Parma currently, I think, £94 for 75ml, or 150ml, £143 I found online. 2014 for your Terracotta here. Aimed at ladies, men can certainly wear it. Tiara flower, coconut, bergamot, jasmine, ylang ylang, orange blossom, vanilla and musk are the accords for this fragrance, and it's really, really beautiful. So I love the smell of jasmine, and somehow jasmine gives me this summer holiday type vibe. I don't think it has to be an exotic flower, does it? But anyway, you know what I mean. And something about this just really has that summer holiday vibe. Also, of course, the tiara flower adds to the exotic air, and it is really fresh, but not in a citrusy way, but in a beautiful, fresh, floral way. And there's no way that that's a problem for a man. It smells great on a man or a woman. It has a semi-powdery air as well, because the Terracotta range was a range of makeup, and this is the parfum flanker, I guess, to the makeup range. Really, really good stuff. Great. Imagine yourself bronzed from the sun, putting on a nice shirt to go out for a glass of wine and a bite to eat. Spray that on, and it will be the finishing touch to your outfit and hopefully to your evening. Outstanding stuff. A real huge fan here of Guerlain's Terracotta. Virgin Island water next. A little bit more expensive. Your Creed prices for this one: 50ml, £185 and £245 for the 100ml 2007 release. Note listing for this one: coconut, lime, white bergamot, my favourite type of bergamot. Red bergamot, forget it. Purple bergamot, no chance. White bergamot all day long. Sicilian mandarin, yes, my favourite type of mandarin. Ginger, ylang ylang. Indian jasmine, of course, don't waste my time with the German jasmine. I only like the Indian kind. Hibiscus, white rum, sugarcane and musk. So fantastic combination. Essentially, lime and coconut is what I mainly notice in this one. It is fresh, and yet it has this subtle, creamy sweetness and exoticism coming from the coconut. It really works magically and wonderfully well. Great performance on this one on my skin. I do spray liberally, and you can see a fair dent in the bottle there. It is absolutely uplifting, happy and amazing. The most tropical-ish, I think, of the Creed freshies. Of course, I love other things like Rolfa, I like Royal Water, I like Neroli Sauvage, I like many of the Creed freshies. Even Aventus is pretty good stuff, let's be honest. Green Irish Tweed. This one, though, has that real summer holiday aura, and of course, appropriately enough, as it is named after the Virgin Islands, which I think they're a tropical place, aren't they? They're certainly hot and exotic. Next up, Amouage's Beach Hut Man. Again, the Beach Hut gives us that holiday vibe, and this one is unique, actually, really unique. It's like nothing I've ever smelled. So the notes that they've used on this one are rather intriguing to me. So your note listing for the fragrance consists of mint galbanum, orange blossom, ivy, vetiver, moss, woody notes, myrrh, patchouli. So it's very green. Perfumer Elise Bernat has done a great job with this one. 2017 release. Quite expensive. I only found it online today, 100ml for £320. I'm sure it didn't used to be that much. I don't know what's going on there. Enlighten me in the comments, guys. So it does have this real, with the combination of green notes there, the galbanum, particularly with the mint and the ivy, you really get this leafy feel, and somehow it really works. It's unique. It's not a citrus freshie, and it's not got anything really aquatic, but it's a really charming green, leafy, and then suddenly you do get this sort of undertone of something exotic, which you expect from the Omani fragrance house of Amouage. So a unique smell on that one. I love what they've done with the bottle design there. It's kind of neat, the little pattern that they've put on there. I don't get the name Beach Hut Man. Doesn't sound sound that sexy, but it's really good. Next up, Rituals. This is a brand we hear very little about. Rituals Nuit d'Azur. Okay, and this was a 2018 release. Blackcurrant is one of the notes, as is ginger, and we also have geranium, sage, woody notes, and vetiver. I picked up a tiny 15ml bottle that I've got here for $13.99 on eBay. You can buy a 50ml bottle for £48.50. It's really great. It's centred around this blackcurrant note, and it has this kind of hazy, wistful blackcurrant sweet succulent sweetness, sweet succulent sensuality, and also the ginger gives a subtle spicy note with a pleasant woody undertone. Really, really nice, and for me somehow it just has this summer holiday warm country vibe. Obviously blackcurrants I think grow all over the place, don't they? But there's something tropical smelling about blackcurrant in a fragrance. For me, don't ask me how I arrived at that opinion, but I'm sticking with it. So I'm putting it in this list. New one for me in the collection. Check that one out. Nice unusual smell, but really charming. A blackcurrant centric fragrance, not something you see every day or smell every day. Club de Nuit Milestone by Armaf is the next one. This is of course a clone of Creed's Millesime Imperial, and a very, very good clone with better performance than the original at a fraction of the cost, at just £35 approximately in the UK. And it's got that garish, so bad it's good bottle design, I would call that. I really like this one. It is a kind of salty watermelon vibe, okay? It's fruity, it's citrusy and sweet at the same time, with this succulent, juicy watermelon vibe, and therefore for me, yes, it does give me that kind of tropical summer holiday aura. It would be, again, a great one to put on your bronzed skin, heading out for a good time to get lagered up with the lads, or maybe for a more sophisticated evening with a lady friend for you guys. Amazing fragrance, great performance, great value for money. Really like Club de Nuit Club de Nuit Milestone. Watches. I do a bit of watch content now just for the fun of it. Doxa. This is a vintage 1956 Doxa hand-winding watch. Fantastic dial configuration with the indices there, the 12, 3, 6, 9, and that bracelet there is a separate beads of rice vintage bracelet from another watch. Anyway, the watch itself then there, those lovely applied indices, so in a minute we'll see that they are three-dimensional rather than printed on. And the hands, one of the hands has lost its filling there, but I've had it serviced. It cost me about £70 pounds, bought it from Serbia on eBay, then another 150 to get it serviced, so just over 200 quid all in. Love the way that it has that subtle creamy patina on the dial, love the way the gold indices look, and it keeps great time now that it's been worked on. Just charming. 34mm, so a small size but not tiny, and it also has these lugs that have holes in them that we can see there that helps you when you change the strap, another old school feature. So it's not automatic, certainly doesn't have a battery. You have to wind it each day when you wear it, and I think that's kind of charming. It also has the plastic crystal there with a bit of a nice dome in it, as was that's the way vintage watches should be. You don't want mineral glass or sapphire, you want that. Love the way that hand sweeps around nicely there, and it's a really charming watch. So let me know what you thought about that video in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it, and remember, whatever we're doing in life, let's project, and although sometimes life may stink, at least we can always smell good. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.